You break down barriers like this, a handshake and a smile. And you need to say hello to your neighbors and love one another.
You know, many of them in the Hollywood, Kannywood, Bollywood, coming into the Deen, but they're afraid to come out. Why? Because the creator of the world and the creator of human beings, he did not create us to get sick. And that's why he commanded us to eat that which is good. And that which is good has to be tayyib. Halal has to be tayyib. If halal is not tayyib, don't eat it.
The TheDeenShow is the best show, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum, guys. We're here in Colorado having some nice breakfast. Shay, you just said something interesting. You were mentioning all these different countries.
Yeah, I was telling Stan.
How you doing, Stan?
Pretty good, eh?
Yeah.
Pretty good. How are you?
How do you feel visiting the mosque?
Oh, I love it here, man. I like the people. I like the knowledge.
He's actually our next door neighbor.
Next
Yeah,
door
I live
neighbor.
just a few blocks away.
We're trying to get more people to visit us, to connect with us, to make this human connection. What would you say to the world? Is it a good idea? I mean, many people are scared, you know what I mean? But what message would you have for them?
You break down barriers like this, a handshake and a smile. And you need to say hello to your neighbors and love one another.
Thank you.
Beautiful of us. Thank you for visiting, Stan.
Well, thank you for coming down and visiting us, Eddie.
He's coming all the way from Chicago, you know.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, it's warmer here, of course.
Absolutely. We took a little time out from the cold out there. You heard that message, guys. Come and make the human connection. Visit the Muslims in the mosque. What do you got to be scared of? Look at that. I was very touched yesterday when we had David. I think he's a pastor.
He's coming tonight too.
And what he said, it really hit home. He said he was actually scared, you know what I mean? Because a lot of the programming, conditioning that's going on, people, listen to the media and they have all these false notions and impressions about Muslims. But then when he came and sat with us, just like you had, his whole view changed.
Well, that is how you break it down. The smile, I'm Stan. Tell me more about yourself. You got to do that on your own.
Thank you.
So what you said, we said American, you got
Why in the world will you be a leader by
He
person?
was commenting on his church, and I was telling him that we have so much diversity here that out of, this world basically. And I just counted physically, brother Muzaffar from Kashmir, India, your father of course from Bosnia, brother Sami from Algeria, Sheikh Okasha from Ghana, brother Adil from Pakistan,
from Ghana.
Myself from Egypt, brother Hilmi is from Indonesia, brother Abdel Hafid from Palestine, brother Omar, Nasr from Jordan, Oman from Sultanate Oman. Imagine this. And
That's already over half a dozen.
yeah, tell me about it.
Almost got the UN here.
Yeah, the UN is right here.
It's like a United Nations
Yes.
here.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Jazakallah khair.
Got some flowers. I've got to go to the gym and exercise. Well, you get old like me, you got to start doing that.
Diversify mindsets. ربنا يكرمك. هنقول لك
Alaikum.
Bosna.
Assalamu alaikum.
This is the Harley Davidson Muslim.
Trying to start a Muslim biker group. Motorcyclists.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Brother Eddie's with the real mountain man here in Denver. How you doing?
Alhamdulillah. Somalia. How are you, Sheikh?
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakumullah khair for coming to Denver.
Thank you for having me. So we're having breakfast with our family here in Denver, Colorado style.
I'm like, brother,
Alaikum salam. How are you?
how are you? I'm always watching in that show. I'm follow. Good to meet you.
Watch the TheDeenShow.
Always.
MashaAllah. This is a brother that I really love. The TheDeenShow is the best show, inshallah. as far as learning Islam and knowing what you want to do about your life. MashaAllah. We love Brother Eddie and welcome anytime, inshallah. Jazakallah khairan for being with us.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.
From Ghana. How are you?
Sheikh say I'm from Ghana. I'm from Ghana.
Not Ghana, where?
I'm Plato from Pluto.
From where?
I'm Plato from Pluto.
From planet, from what?
You know, I'm Plato, right?
In Planto.
Yeah, I'm Plato from Pluto.
Where's that?
That's a city in Ghana.
Oh, that's a city in Ghana. Okay.
Yeah.
Mashallah.
I'm kidding. You know, your brother, man, your brother from Ghana. You know, Philly boy with New York swagger. You know, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless you and bless your family. We have Sheikh Eddie with us. Inshallah, today after Salatul Fajr, we're having good breakfast. Barakallahu feek.
You mentioned that there's a lot of people who are coming to Islam, but they're scared to come out. Mm-hmm. They're scared because of the winning team mentality.
Right. Exactly. You know, many of them in the Hollywood, Kannywood, Bollywood, coming into the deen, but they're afraid to come out. Why? Because they've seen that wherever Muslims are mentioned, it's sort of like problems, affliction, turmoils, so they may wind up losing their seats in the Hollywood. So they rather keep it between them and Allah, between them and their Creator, until they get, grounded to see whether Muslims will come out of that box. So until Muslims, we all together collectively come and buy dignity for our own faith, it's not going to work the way we move today with classical knowledge unless we make it relevant to the people. People can get connected. Islam solving their problems. Islam is giving them solutions to their daily problem. If not, those people will remain hidden in Hollywood, just like some Sahaba were hidden with their faith. So those in Hollywood embracing Islam and keeping it low, we can't blame you. We can't blame you. Why? Because Sahaba went through the same. So maybe you're going through the same, path until things get, better. Bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. So some of them, they concealed their faith until Ayah 103 to 106 were revealed in Surah An-Nahl chapter 16. That those who say publicly that they disbelieve in Allah, but even though in their hearts they have the belief of Allah. So those in Hollywood, those in Kannywood, those in Bollywood, so long as you have Iman, serving one God, even if you are from, you're from Bob Marley's family or tribe, smoking weed 3 times a day and all that, smoking weed cannot take away your faith between you and God. And also doing some, bad things does not mean you cannot be a believer. Believing in God, beliefs is in your heart. So keep it and start building on it. And always, if you want to be successful, try your best. Between you and Allah, try your best. Try your best at least 3 a.m., 4 a.m. Wake up.
Anybody needs food?
Whatever you're doing in the world that is wrong, that you cannot stop right away. To be practical, we cannot tell you quit right away because you can't do it. Sahaba did not quit right away. The ayats came to build them gradually to quit. So, let's say if you smoke cigarette, maybe you smoke like 2 or 3 packs a day. We say, just cut it to 2. And the hours that you're supposed to spend in the last one, just reserve it like 3 a.m. Ask Allah to guide you to come out of it completely. And then later on, you may quit. Instead of 2, go 1. Later on, you quit. Instead of, 1 pack, you may go 2 cigarettes a day. And that's how you cut it. But if you want to cut the, 1 shot, you may cut it, but a few weeks later, you will return back to it because it's not practical. So gradually come out of whatever you're into it, and make sure you make dua in the morning, 3 a.m., 4 a.m. That's when Almighty, your Creator and mine, asking, who wants help? I'm right here to help. Who wants to be forgiven? I'm here to forgive. Who wants success? I'm here to grant. You will be granted, inshallah.
I usually, if you can comment on this, I usually leave people with homework. People who are, intelligent, they're searching for why am I here? Why have I been created? What's my purpose? It's a long hadith, but in the last part where the Creator is saying, all of my slaves are misguided unless I guide them. So ask me of my guidance.
Oh boy.
So I leave people with that simple homework. Ask the Creator alone to guide you. What do you got to say?
Oh boy, I tell you what, that hadith,
Yeah, I know. That's why I called you.
I don't want to say it's the super heavyweight hadith. It's beyond that. This is hadith of Muslim. Prophet ﷺ said, as Imam Muslim reported, that كُلُّكُمْ ضَالٌ إِلَّا مَنْ هَدَيْتُ يَا عِبَادِي, O my servants, all of you are misguided. All of us, in no exception. Those in Egypt, those in Saudi, those in Mauritania, those in Africa, those in Asia, those in America, us here in America or in Denver, Colorado right now, every single soul or every single person is misguided. Period. Who are guided? Those whom Almighty Allah had guided. So ask me for guidance, I will guide you. So whatever you're doing wrong, don't worry about what people say about you. Worry about that hadith that everybody is misguided except those whom Almighty Allah has guided. So ask me for guidance, I will guide you. So your homework that you will take, go home tonight. And Prophet ﷺ, imagine, Shaykh, Prophet himself used to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to keep him upon the path. So if Prophet had asked to be kept upon the path, is there any exception, Shaykh?
Not at all.
Not at all. See, in the hadith, اللهم فأنت فاطر السماوات والأرض عالم الغيب والشهادة أنت تحكم بين عبادك فيما كانوا فيه يختلفون اهدنا لما اختلف فيه من الحق بإذنك. Guide me, the portion that I want, the point. Guide me and take me out of the schism or out of the arguments that your slaves may found themselves in. Take me out and guide me. And do not allow me to get caught in problems, get caught in arguments, get caught in division, get caught in schism. Guide me and take me out. If your Prophet had made it, and this is the dua, اهدني لما اختلف فيه من الحق بإذنك. Memorize this hadith. TheDeenShow had come to you with this. Memorize it. اهدني لما اختلف فيه من الحق بإذنك. Again, اهدني لما اختلف فيه من الحق بإذنك. That's the homework of the day.
Last thing I want to ask you, because obviously Islam is a complete way of life. Nothing is left out. So we talked about the spiritual, now the physical. Beautiful ayah, and Islam has all the solutions. Nowadays, chronic diseases are skyrocketing. Cancer, 1 out of 2 men are expected to have cancer, 1 out of 3 women. 95% of the chronic diseases are related to the food choices that we are making. There's a beautiful ayah in the Quran. All of them are beautiful. One I want to share with you is in chapter 2, 172, where the Creator Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu kulu min tayyibati ma razaqnakum washkuru lillahi. Look, Allah is saying, O you who believe, eat of the good food that I have provided for you and be grateful. What can we take on it when Allah is talking about the real food, the food now that is this food, like nowadays we're seeing a lot of fake food that's getting people sick. So what's your input on this when Allah is talking about the tayyibat, the real food, the good food that Allah, why is Allah mentioning this?
Okay, because the creator of the world and the creator of human beings, he did not create us to get sick. And that's why he commanded us to eat that which is good. And that which is good has to be tayyib. Halal has to be tayyib. If halal is not tayyib, don't eat it. Coke may be halal, but it's not tayyib for your system. So don't drink it. You know, soda in general may be halal, they're halal, but they're not tayyib for you. Sugar is halal, but it's not tayyib for you. And sugar, that's what I learned from Dr. Omar, you know, because that's his field. You know, Dr. Omar can tell you, you know, more about this. Sugar thickens the blood. And once the blood is thickened, you cannot process. The memory is not processing well, and the body is not responding. So the verse that you talked about, verse number 172, right before it, 168, Allah called mankind, because in 172 that you mentioned to 174, Allah called upon the believers, Ya ayyuha alladhina amanu. But the one before in 168, He called mankind, Ya ayyuha nasu kulu mimma fil ardi halalan tayyiba wala tattabi'u khutuwati shaitan. O mankind, eat from that which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had made halal and tayyib for you, and do not follow the pattern or the path of shaitan. Path of shaitan is to get you to think like, okay, since it's halal, let me go ahead and consume it, and you get sick. And once you get sick, you go to the hospital. The doctor, however nice he or she may be, they do not care about you as they care about their checks that they will get at the end of the month. So whatever they have to prescribe for you to come back and get medicine and keep on going to Rite Aid, CVS, or Walgreens to be getting medicine back and forth so that the check can keep on flowing, and Keystone will keep on getting their own insurance money and all that. That's what the doctor cares about for the most part, except few of them and very few. So Allah had already given you the cure, and prevention is better than cure, as they said. Do not even get there before you require going to the hospital. Ibn al-Qayyim said, I spent more than 40 years, I've never taken any medicine.
Ibn al-Qayyim,
More than 40 years.
Amazing.
No medicine. He said nothing. If I get headache, it's just ruqya with Fatiha, it's over. Why? A person may think, is he maybe super sheikh, like he dealing with angels and all that, that's why, and maybe he's so knowledgeable, that's why. No, it's not about that. It's about what goes in his mouth to get to his stomach. That's what gets people sick.
What goes in the mouth, yes.
What goes in the mouth and gets to your system, that's what gets people sick. What you breathe is what gets you sick. So environment to be clean. Muslims around the world, for the most part, we go to the masjid, the bathroom is not clean. That's not the deen. Part of our deen to show the deen, our bathroom clean. When we have restaurants, our restaurants in the bathroom supposed to be super
clean. Yeah.
Clean. That's the teachings of the deen. The bathroom's supposed to be cleaner than even the office of the president. Why? Because that's where people go and release themselves, and and if it's dirty, they're gonna get sick. So instead of going to the hospital for prescription and all that, prevent yourself, and that's the reason why prevention is better than cure. Cure and heal yourself with black seed oil, with black seed itself. So if you get black seed oil or the black seed, the original one, and you get Zamzam, together. If you're sick or you have cold, you have honey, you mix it with warm water and you drink it. Ginger, warm water, and drink it. These are the natural remedies that people are not taking.
How about hijama?
Hijama, that's one of the top things that one could actually get involved. And Prophet ﷺ guided us through a hadith that we've heard, and also coconut oil. Coconut oil, I learned from Dr. Omar Sallo that coconut oil, what is even better than coconut oil is the coconut water. It's medicine, drinking it and taking it. But all the fast food, canned food, processed food, actually not good for ourselves, not good for our families.
That's what we call it, the fake food. So avoid, we have this statement, avoid fake food, eat real food. The real food is the tayyibat.
Exactly.
Many people conflate, they confuse sugar in the date or in the apple. There's sugar in there, but it's with the fiber. It's a real food. We're talking about the processed, fake, refined. That's something totally different. That's what we're talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah, but the real food, when you got, because many people get confused, they say, well, sugar's in the date. No, well, then it's a whole food. It's a real food.
You see, the good thing about what you just mentioned, talking about the sugar in the date. No, what is in the date is not sugar. That's glucose. What the body needs is not. Yes, body needs sugar. A human being's body without sugar, he or she may get sick and die eventually. So the sugar that your body needs is not the sugar or brown sugar that we consume or take. It's not. The sugar that your body needs is the natural sugar. The sugar that is found in dates. Is found in when we eat bananas, apples, bananas, oranges. These are actually halal tayyibat because they contain the sugar that body needs. So this sugar, even though we call them sugar because they're sweet, but they are not sugar. That's the glucose that human being's body needs. So if you want more of this, Dr. Omar here even put some herbs together for Muslim world and non-Muslim world.
Where's the Sheikh Omar that you're talking about?
Dr. Omar is in New York. When it comes to he's a doctor by profession and grounded. And the same talking, I don't know of any doctor in America who had combined, natural medicine with today's, medicine with Tibb al-Nabawi like Dr. Omar, as of today. So people check him out and get him, assess you, and through, Al-Hirz Institute, you can go to www.alhirz.org and just send a message. Dr. Omar will respond to you, inshallah.
Inshallah, we'll look to have him on the program and talk more about this. Inshallah. Thank you for sharing those thoughts.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. Shukran.